pregame warm-up, presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St. Louis.
I can't talk hockey sucker fan report. Aloha. How are you guys doing today? Ian JT Ramirez. JT, I am not a Hawks fan. You know that. But I appreciate you coming on the show. Got a lot to talk about today. And as we get some more people in, you know what happened yesterday after the Tampa Bay Rangers game? I mean, it's the dark side of sports. It's what we don't see often enough because we can't. It's something that we don't see it often enough because we can't correct it. It needs to be corrected. And you know, I've debated whether or not to show the video, and I really am not sure if I want. I even at this point right now, I'm not sure if I want to show the video. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, yesterday, after Tampa Bay beat the Rangers, the fans were leaving the arena, and a Tampa Bay fan, very, happy and exuberant or whatever, was walking down, and I don't know what was said. I honestly don't know what was said, but there's nothing that was said that was deserved this. A Rangers fan stops, turns around, and cold cocks him. Hits him so hard. The guy's head hits just straight down. Guy's head, he's out 5 minutes. He's in the hospital still, right? Now, and then when fans tried to corral this guy, he hit another guy, right? The Rangers have come back and released a statement saying that, this fan is banned from MSG for life. I just don't know if I want to show that video, man. I don't know if I want to show that video. Danny, I got some news about them. Stand by. Oh, by the way, right now, I know you can't hear it because I can't. I tried to get permission to play audio. I really did. And it got turned down. But right now, Springfield and Laval are in overtime. Series is 2-1. Score is 2-2. Springfield, oh man, the Thunder Blues, they've had their chances. I mean, this is the first time this team's been in the playoffs, right? This is the first time the Thunderbirds have been in the playoffs. And here they are, they're on the precipice of a Calder championship. And not only that, this could be the battle of the Blues. Because right now, the Chicago Wolves, who at one time were a Blues affiliate, Berube coached for them. They're sitting on the edge of, oh man, crashing the net. Blues are not, yeah. The Thunder Blues are not going to let a guy crash the net anymore. And that's something that's got to get talked about a lot more. Blues fan, St. Louis, I'm done talking about it. The Petro thing is done, right? That's more beating a dead horse than me talking about the neutral zone or the Kadri thing, right? The Kadri thing. I don't know. Right now, with just 6 people watching, I don't think it's worth showing it, and because it's bad, man. I don't want to show it unless there's enough people that really want to see it, and to me, I don't like seeing it. I don't. I mean, it's just straight bad, and that's the thing that's got to get taken out of sports. It really, really is, right? No, we could not have kept Petro. How's that? No, we could not have kept Petro. He was not staying here. If he was going to stay here, he had more than enough opportunity to sign a contract. Can we just enjoy the wonderful St. Louis sports teams? Yeah, I'm with you. Oh man, I just, you know what? If I show it, I'm going to show it one time, Not on repeat. I'll show it one time and that's it, and I will not show it again. I don't have the full 2-minute video. I couldn't find it. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. I will show something that came up to me. Let me make sure see where it is. Yeah, here it is. It'll be a quick 9-second video. I will show it one time. Oop, that's not it. I will show it one time only, and that's it. Right? Because it's disgusting. The problem with me showing it, for me, is that it gives credence to the guy that did it, right? And that's what I don't want to do. I don't want to give credence. I don't want to give credit to the guy that did it. And for Ryan, it doesn't fucking matter. There is absolutely nothing that he could have said that deserved what he got. Nothing. And I'm sorry. You know what? Sticks and stones, my friends. Sticks and frickin' stones. There is nothing that man could have said. There's nothing that man could have said that made him get what he got. Right? Absolutely nothing. Right? Doesn't matter what he, and I don't think he was. And I can relate to this, and I'll show this here I'll talk about it here in a second. Right? I'll talk about it here in a second. Oops, not what I want. I'm working on it. Okay. So I got to go back to something real quick. Okay. Right? Well, Ryan, it doesn't matter, but you made it sound like it. Oh, he must have been talking shit. That's why he got hit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Right? Doesn't matter. And like I said, I'm going to show it one time only, and that's it. Right? That's it. Because this disgusts me. This absolutely freaking disgusts me. Every bit of it. Right? Right there. That's it. There is absolutely nothing that he did to deserve that. Absolutely nothing. Actually, there was a 2-minute video on Twitter yesterday, but I couldn't find it, and I don't want to go through it. Right? That's how Pareko needs to be waking after this season. Oh my goodness. It is what it. Pareko's not going anywhere, guys. First of all, I love the let's trade the trash. Let's get rid of our trash. If we don't like him, we're just going to trade him. And not understanding the game, that's fine. McGing in the penalty box. Ooh, got a couple guys in the penalty box. Not good. Let's see what it is. Is it a 4-on-3? 5-on-3? I can't see. Hold on. Or maybe he didn't go to the penalty box. Can't tell. It doesn't look like any penalties were called. Might have went back. Yeah, I agree with that. So for me, my daughter's had this picture, and I was trying to find it. I can't find it. In 2016, I was at Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals in San Jose. That was the weekend that my daughter had graduated from the University of San Francisco. I hadn't been to a game in a while, in a couple of years, and I hadn't been to a playoff game in forever. I couldn't tell you the last time I went to a playoff game. Right? Now, I really couldn't. I could not tell you the last time I went to a playoff game. It'd been that long. Right? Like 30 years. Something along that line. And for me to be able to go to this playoff game was huge. And the Blues had a great game. Tarasenko scored 1 or 2 goals or something like that. It was just, I was in hog heaven. And I'm walking down the halls of the Shark Tank SAP Center singing When the Blues Go Marching In. Right? And nobody bothered me. I had other Blues fans singing. And then once we get outside, I'm walking like, now my shit don't stink. da 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 da. Um, and that is what it is. Uh, Ryan, I actually that that right there shows what's wrong with the NHL. This trade right here shows absolutely what's wrong with the NHL. I didn't understand this trade at all. I reached out to Ben Bishop's agent and asked him and basically what this was. And it comes down to this. This is a way that you put it in your cap, you trade for him. Now you can say you're getting over the floor without really being over the floor. Right? And you got an extra pick. Dallas takes some of that stuff away. St. Louis Blues fan, I got a question. I got a request for you, man. I love that you're asking questions. I really do. And a lot of times this show is based around you guys, but you keep firing them, and it's enough that I can't do anything. I ask you stick on topic unless I ask for your stuff. Is that okay, man? And I hope you don't take that the wrong way. Hey, Lance, how you doing? You want a link, my friend? Come on board. Just me, and we can talk. I mean, Bishop's never going to play again. It's a salary cap move. It's a straight salary cap move, right? 16-16 to go in the OT. It is still 2-2, obviously, as both teams are fighting for that. I mean, if Springfield gets this, they have a chance of closing this out in 5, and you also have the oh man, I can't spit it out right now. At least my bracket might have the right team. At least my bracket might have the right teams, and my bracket's looking really good, right? Though I do have the Rangers going to the final, and I'm concerned about that right now. And don't take it wrong. Don't take it wrong, St. Louis Blues fan. I love your questions. It's just sometimes you fire, and it's not something that I can really talk about at the moment, man. And that's all. Well, Laval just looks like they just scored. They're not putting it up on the board yet, so we'll see. There might be a question about it. Nope. Looks like it is now 2-2. So this one, oh no, fight. Right? Oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I can't put the audio on because you guys would be able to hear the audio. Well, maybe I can. Yep. Series tied at 2 now. So they're all upset and bouncing around and doing their thing. Oh, don't get mad at me, man. I'm just trying to keep things going in a certain way, my friend. There are times that I ask for your stuff. There are times I ask and we go with that. Oh, they're still fighting. They're still fighting. Right? I'm waiting to see if Lance is going to show up, talk to Dale. Now, something interesting happened today. I reached out. No, I am not. I am not telling him to shut up at all. Not at all. Just asking him to stick on topic right now. One he had Blues and Rangers, Avs and Tampa. I had Avs and Rangers. No, I'm just asking him to kind of stay on topic. Right? That's all I'm asking. I reached out to St. Louis City Soccer a couple months ago, back in like January, I think it was. And I got put on their media list. And they do a lot of these Zoom conferences still with Jack Hawksworth, who is the coach of the St. Louis City Next, right? I heard there's a tryout going on in Hawaii soon. Well, maybe. I certainly couldn't do it, my friend. My knees are shot. I'm too old for that crap. But today, normally when they do these press conferences, they're at 9 a.m. St. Louis time. Okay, that's great. Problem is, 9 a.m. St. Louis time is 4 a.m. my time. I'm not, even if I was able to get up, my mind wouldn't be sharp enough to do that. Well, today they held it at 1 p.m. Central Time, which happened to be 8 a.m. my time, and I was able to get on, and I was able to talk to. No, I'm not telling you to shut up, St. Louis Blues fan. Not at all. Not at all. You're more than welcome. I'm just asking, stay on topic. I was able to ask them, some questions and things like that, and I asked the coach, about, they just played. They have Nashville, Colorado, and I ain't that young, Danny. Trust me. And Chicago, and they're playing Chicago tomorrow night. And I asked about, those are natural rivals. When you look at the when you look at the baseball and hockey and other sports, those are natural rivals. So I kind of asked, are you embracing that? And he said, absolutely. He says, one town, one team, one town, one town, one team. And he believed in that. And I kind of asked him about, has he watched tape on the Steamers and things like that? And he goes, no, I don't need to watch tape. I lived it. He talked about living in Tampa, growing up in Tampa Bay, and how MILS brought him to soccer, how he loved that energy and all of that. And that's what he wants to bring to St. Louis through City, through the next, and then next year through the City. And right, I'm looking forward to hopefully start covering their games a little more, or getting a representative of the St. Louis Fan Report to go to their games, so we can cover them and look at them a lot more, really a lot more. I'd like to. Okay, Bradley, nice to meet you, buddy. Bright, nice to meet you, and appreciate you. I really do. Absolutely appreciate you, Bradley, 100%. And again, I hope you don't misunderstood what I was trying to say there, my friend. What I was trying to say. But yeah, we're gonna start covering, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna cover the soccer on this channel, if I'm gonna make a new channel. I haven't decided that yet. I think I may just stay with this channel. Oh yeah, different game. May just stay with this channel. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to really get into this. Now I did. Yeah, that they will, but that I think if there's going to be an I-70 rivalry, it's going to take a little bit. You know what? I need I need to know you a little bit better there, Bradley. I need to know you a little bit better. I need to have some conversations with you off the side. And I say that because I've been burned too many times in the past that I'm just not letting people on anymore. Right? Boston and Toronto screwed me. I didn't think Boston was going anywhere. I had a feeling that Boston wasn't, man. When I just looked at Boston Rangers, I thought I liked the Ranger matchup so much better. Right? What does burn mean? Well, let's just say that there's people that I've let on this show that didn't want to pay attention to what I was saying, just had their own agenda. And then I've had people that have been on the show that after they've been on the show have said some pretty nasty things about me. So I need to be very careful now about who I bring on the show. Right? Yeah, but that's it's all been one side. I'm not seeing you. I'm not hearing you. And I've done that in the past, and it's not been good for me. I mean, if you're on Facebook or something like that, or Twitter, where we can have some PMs, right? And that's, hold on, don't go there, right? Don't go there. Don't take this wrong. Some of these guys that know me know what I'm talking about, right? I've tried to reach out, and it's not that I don't want random people. I used to really embrace it, but it's just been, I have to be very careful. I have to protect the show. I have to protect me, right? I mean, I went through a lot. Yeah, I like the Battlehawks group, Danny, and they're starting to support me, and I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that a lot. I just it's a thing. I now have to protect this show, right? Somebody was out to destroy this show. I have to protect the show now. I have to protect my image, whether you like it or not. Who I am. I have to protect that, right? Do you have a Twitter account? If you have a Twitter account, at least that way, I just need some way to have conversation with you outside of this type of conversation. So I understand. I need to know you a little bit better, right? And I got nothing against anybody. I really don't. I really don't. And you have to understand that. I'm over trusting, and it screwed me on more accounts, on more ways than I can account, right? And I just can't deal with that, right? I think the Battlehawks group too is going to help with the soccer group. I think that'll be a great thing once I can get the coach on or some players on. I'm working up on an email or trying to get a schedule and see what's the best way to do it. I think doing something like that, the coach was willing to do it, and have a fan forum, to come out and talk and do that. And why not? I think it's great. And I love, and not only that, if you haven't looked at St. Louis City next, this is a heavy, heavy local team. A lot of those guys are born and raised in St. Louis or did their college in Missouri or Illinois, right? They are very heavily. Hey, Bradley, go ahead and friend me, Guy Bensing, and then we can start a conversation. And once I feel comfortable, then we can bring you on for a show or so. But it's not going to be an everyday thing. It'll be a once or twice a year, and I would like to debate you, but I need to have a little bit better understanding of you, and I think you need, and I appreciate that. Right? They're talking about teams that had long layoffs. Boston had an 11-day layoff before they played St. Louis and lost in overtime. Vegas had an 8-day layoff and lost to Washington. Kings had an 8-day layoff and beat New Jersey. Vancouver had an 8-day layoff. Ooh, the only one that won was the 2012 Kings. Nashville had a pretty long layover against Pitt and lost. Right? But yeah, I want that chance to bring the St. Louis City to you guys, right? They play them tomorrow, Danny. They play them tomorrow at 7 o'clock Central Time. I think the game is going to be played. I'm just not sure where or how are going to be televised. I'm going to try and figure that out. I got the coach. I got a good laugh out of the coach. With me being in Hawaii at the 4 a.m., he says, yeah, I can understand that. But, and I said, well, hey, you guys want to be here and I want to be there. So that's the way it is. So it was good. And then I kind of told them, you guys got to send me some swag. So I have some different swag up here and said all my blue stuff. And a lot of the, press don't like that you're a fan of one team or the other. But you know what? That's what it is, You just because I have the gear up, this is for you. Doesn't mean that I look at things one way or the other. The only issue with right now, I think MLS, I don't know what their TV deal with St. Louis is. I haven't heard what it is with St. Louis. I'm guessing that they're going to end up being on Valley, right? That's what I guess. I'm not sure where the next is. Like I've been trying to find stats and stuff on the next or standings, and I can't. Right? I'm sure there's a way, but I just haven't been able to find it. Coach is happy with the development that he's seeing in these players, and he says that, there's more than a few of them that are going to be on the inaugural team. I asked him that, and it made me, it's nice that they're doing this the way they're building this. I think that they're doing it right. First of all, MLS waited way, way, way too long to bring St. Louis into the fold. Right? This is a city that should have had a team within the first 5 years, if not right away. right? What that city could have done with the team, right? The way that they could have supported the team and some of that, right? I think that it would have been absolutely huge. I don't know if there is an MLS Next app. I have the MLS app, but I didn't know if there was a next one. Oh no, I think we would debate because like you're heavy on the petrol and I'm not. I'm not on that at all. Right? I'm not on the petrol bandwagon at all. And you know, a lot of people are thinking that the Blues need to bring pieces in this season. I don't. I'm looking at what the Blues are, and in all actuality, you're losing 4 pieces, right? You have Perron, Leddy, Bozak, and Husso that are leaving, right? Oh, see, I need to. Well, in '96, I was up in Chicago, so I guess maybe that's I didn't have a good feeling for that. In '97, late '97, I went to Japan and was in Japan until 2004. So that's why I mean I'm out of the loop a little bit. Um, well, hold on. You have those 4. Well, Bozak and Husso, I think, are gone, right? And that's okay. So now you have Leddy and Perron. Perron, I'm pretty sure, is going to take a good deal here, and I think he might be looking at something at 3 years and at $4 million, 4.5 maybe. He's going to take a little bit of a pay cut for that 3-year stability. I can see that, especially at his age. However, Leddy's the different story. Now you got to remember, you still have 2 guys you have to bring in. You have to bring in a goalie, right? Well, that's Hofer. And I'm watching Hofer in these playoffs, and he's just been, Lance has convinced me now. The more I watch Hofer and I watch him tonight, he is absolutely ready to come in and be the backup. Absolutely ready, right? Bring him in. Let's go. Let's go, Hofer, right? We had a Husso, now we get a Hofer. And I think Hofer's ready. Now, I didn't last season, but now seeing him, I really do think he's ready. I think he can be that guy and bring us to that next level. I absolutely do. For me, with so Bozak, look, I like the guy, but for what we're paying him, we can bring in other guys. Brown, Costin, Joshua. I think Neighbors, I know a lot of people would like to see Neighbors up. I'd like to see Neighbors get at least start down on the farm. I really would. Especially with what they have brewing down there in Springfield, I could see that. Now, Springfield's going to have some openings, right? Hey, Robert. It's Robert Martin. Hey, Robert. How are you, my friend? For me, I see that you really, okay, let's say you're going to sign Perron. Okay. You sign Perron. And the deal that you get for Perron determines Leddy, right? I think that might come back. Oh, from the USFL. Yeah, I can't understand why St. Louis keeps getting passed by these football leagues. I think maybe because the XFL's here and the XFL's supposed to start back up, and it sounds like the Battlehawks will keep their team, but I'm not sure there. Right? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you where the Battlehawks should play. If anything, they should play in that new St. Louis City Stadium. Oh my goodness, that thing is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh wow. Absolutely beautiful. Here we go. Maybe I found something. Oh, I found it. Yay. I found the MLS Next Pro.com and it looks like, oh, wow. Here we go. No, I have found a way to get live streams. Let's see. That's something that's going to cost me probably. I'm pretty sure it is. Comeback cheek tweets for live streams of every MLS product 5 minutes before each kickoff. Ooh, yeah, buddy. We'll be watching. You know what? We're going to be doing a pregame, an intermission, or a halftime, and a full time of St. Louis, Chicago tomorrow. Abso-freaking-lutely we are. Right? I can't play the game, but we can talk about the game. Yeah, there we go. Week 12 preview. Here we go. Let's get some stuff up. Colorado Rapids versus St. Louis City. That game's already. Oh, you talk about doing something shady. But it backfired. Right? If you followed the MLS Next or followed it at all, they played in Colorado and they did something absolutely shady. So the MLS is on kind of a break, and MLS isn't on a break. So they started their first line MLS team against St. Louis, the next pro, and they lost in shootout. They lost in a shootout. Absolutely crazy, man. And I didn't bring it up. I thought about it at the press conference today. Maybe I will. Maybe if I get a chance to talk to Jack, on a on a side, when I can ask him about it. If he felt maybe that had something to do with it. I would love to. Bradley Wilkins, Dale Clunk, Brad Pond. Thank you for putting that thumbs up on Facebook. I really, really appreciate it. And if you're on YouTube and you're putting it up there, appreciate it too. A lot of fun. Really, really enjoy each and every one of you that watches the show. I really do. Yeah, but now that I found this site, ooh, thank you. Somebody mentioned it, and now I'm very interested. Wow, thank you. This is some interesting stuff here. Now maybe we can get some stuff. Colorado Rapids, 2, St. Louis City 2. St. Louis got a clean sheet against who was that? The Rapids. Or no, not the Rapids. I can't see. Meanwhile, are unbeaten in their last 3. They put on this, knocking off the Houston Dynamos 2-0. Right? Way to go. This is nice. I like this site. Now if I wonder, I can check stats out. Oh yeah, this is gonna become my new site. It's gonna be something I can learn from. Get some information and maybe start writing. Guess you guys are missing some of my writing, maybe. Right? I'm hoping you are. I don't know if you are. Let's see. Full goals list. Where's St. Louis City at? Who's up in the goals? Let's see. Here we go. We'll find out where. Who from? Oh, Jay Doling. Has 9 games. Has started 8. Subbed in 1 time. Has 5 goals. 68% pass shooting. 2 assists. 20 shots, 9 shots on target. That's an interesting one. On target shots attempts. Yeah, that's an interesting, because they count shot attempts as shots, and it's whether or not it's on target, meaning the goalie touched it or it went in the net. Packing assist, KPs, tackles. Ooh, I like this. Some good information there. And Doling, I think Doling is a St. Louis kid. I may be wrong. Let me bring him up. Oh, no, he's from London, England. 97, a little bit older, 24, right? 24-year-old, I think. Yeah, 24-year-old, but a guy that's fighting for position, trying to get to that spot where he's going to be a overall forward, starting in the MLS next year, trying to get himself to the Premier League. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I do. Where are we at? How do I watch NHL games? Actually, I'm not gonna say. Somebody gave me their account, or allows me to use their account, so I can watch Bally St. Louis. Right? I'm not going to say who or how or what, but I do that. Or I also paid for NHL Center Ice to get that. Unrivaled will air. No, I don't know. I haven't heard about Unrivaled there, bud. What is Unrivaled there, Mr. Morton? Three kids from my town on that team. There's a head. The MLS too is heavily St. Louis kids, right? Or St. Louis area. You know, they're it's pretty heavy on that. Very interesting how heavy it is on that, and how they're embracing the soccer culture of St. Louis, right? And I enjoy it. I really do. It, to me, it makes it a lot more fun. It really does, right? Really does. Danny Johnson, thank you, man, throwing that up. Do you see the standings? Yeah, I didn't pull it up, but I can. Club stats, news, standings. Here we go. Let's bring it up. Bring up the conference. Live standings. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Western Conference. St. Louis City. 2 is in 4th. 21 points. Total points per game, 21. I don't know how that, or 2.1. 2.1. So, oh man, they're getting some points up there. Played 10 games, got 21 points. Not bad at all. So they do a I think they do a 3-2-1 system. You get 3 points for a win. 2 points for a tie. I don't know. I got to look at their points. I got to look at how they do their points. I got to make sure. Here we go. All matches, both teams will, for a tie. Winner of the shootout will also receive 1 additional point. Okay. So it's 3 points for a win, 2 points for a shootout win, and 1 point for a tie. Right? So if you tie, but you don't get that shootout win, you only get a point. So St. Louis City is 6-2-2-1. So they've had 2 ties and they got 1 extra point in there. Well, 6 would be 12. Or no, 6 would be 6 times 3 is 18. 19, 20, and then the extra shootout win, a point. So actually, it's 3-1-1-0 is how you would do it. 3-1-1-0. I guess that's how their points go. Makes sense. 4 teams qualify for the playoffs. 4 teams qualify from each conference. Conference qualifiers includes 2 division champions, the next 2 teams with the most points. And in the Western Conference, we're doing pretty good. Let's see. Let's look at our division. Where are we at in the division? I think we'd probably be 2nd in division. Pulling it up. I like now that I found a spot. Thank you for that, whoever threw that out there. I appreciate that. MLSnextpro.com. Right? So we are in the Frontier Division, and we're actually 3rd. And we just shut out the Houston Dynamos, who are ahead of us, so that was a good one. North Texas Soccer Club is leading with 24 points in 10 games. 7-1-2 with 1 shootout. Now, you know, hey, 6-2-2, 6-2-2-1 in your very first season ever is pretty damn good in my eyes. Right? I like this. I think that this is interesting. This is definitely interesting, right? Total number of wins in regulation, goal differential, goal for. So that's why we're up, because we're tied at 21 points with the Whitecap FC2, but we're ahead of them in, I think, probably goals for. Or let's see. No, they only have 5 wins. We have 6. So we've got them there, right? Gives me something to write about. I like it. Where are we at? Oh yeah, I heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet. Adam, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? Welcome to the show. What do I want to talk about? Well, I'm kind of talking about it, but we're at that point in the show now. Got about 20 minutes left. I'm going to open it up to you guys. 3 points for a win, yes. Right? 3 points for a win. Well, this is something that I think hockey should do. I think hockey should go to the 3-2-1 system, right? You get 3 points for a win, 2 points for an overtime win, and 1 point for an overtime loss. So in the shootout, you go to the shootout. If you lose in the shootout, you would not get. I don't know how I would work that. 3-2-1. I guess if you win in OT or the shootout, you would get the 2 points and you get the 1 point that way, right? It puts more emphasis on winning, right? And it really does. The Blues lost 10 games, or more than that. I think they were 11 games in overtime, right? And that's a little, that's high. They did not do well in overtime, right? Did not do well in overtime at all. I think it's funny they're going to bring up the Avs and Red Wings rivalry when, to me, it's not. It's never been much. It was a rivalry for about 3 years, and that was it. It came and it went, flash in the pan, right? I think I think that's something that the NHL really needs to look at is more their rivalries overall, right? Look at the Penguins and the Rangers, Penguins and Flyers, Boston and Montreal, Toronto, Calgary and Ottawa, St. Louis, Chicago, the burgeoning rivalry between the Knights and the Sharks. A lot of that. I think those are things that you could look at and focus on. I know for a while. Do we keep Vladdy? Well, I wish I had Lance on with this one. Lance doesn't think so, and I do. Right? I think, and that's a huge question, right? That's a huge question, and it's not just a Vladdy question. I think the most important thing is, do they do? It'll be the Petro thing, right? If they get a deal done during the season with both Perron or O'Reilly and Tarasenko, great, you're done with. But if they only do a deal with one of them, I could see the other one walking, right? And I'd really hate for Tarasenko to walk because I think he's just now in that point where he's going to explode, right? I think he could be a 50-goal guy with having Thomas or Buchnevich for a long period of time, working more in that line, or even with getting the Barbashev, getting the Spetsnov line back together. I think that the ceiling for him is really, really high. I really do. I think that ceiling is just amazingly high. And that. I'm gonna set the show up. I'm gonna look tomorrow doing a show for the MLS game and seeing if I can put something in some of the soccer groups and see if we can pull some soccer fans out. Right? See what we can do. See if there's some soccer fans that want to get involved with the Blue Note Fan Report or the Soccer Fan Report, the City Fan Report. I don't know. I like the Fan Report. I might just start calling it the Fan Report. I don't know. And go from there. It's going to be. I think what I like about soccer, I like the chess match of soccer. I wish that they would. I honestly wish that they would put blue lines in soccer. I really do. I wish that they could put, lines in soccer. Take, or put some type to make offsides a little bit easier to figure out. right? I'd really like to see that. I think that would. I think that would make soccer just a little bit better. I'm not 100%. The halves to me doesn't work. Halves in basketball works. It's shorter. You're controlling the ball less. There's too much time in midfield, that neutral zone, that you don't really understand what's going on, and it's like a fake neutral zone that really goes about 20 feet out from the center line, and you see a lot of how that's played. And I'll tell you, the other thing I'd like to see is a forward shot clock. And I'd like to see soccer have a little bit of a shot clock, right? Get it set up. You get the pass. You got to get it in the other person's zone, right? None of this sitting back waiting and da da da. And then the other thing. This is the other thing, and this is what I have. See, I want to talk about this with the coach, but I can't really do it until I watch the game. I want to see if he's teaching his players that you don't need to lay on there and act like you got run over by a Mack truck to get a foul. He really fouls you, go down, come back up and let him go, right? Costin, when he gets up here, I don't know. I just think that it might be some work ethic with him, like it is with Logan Brown, to be honest with you, right? And right now he can't be called up, obviously, and he's down on the farm, but he's a UFA or an RFA. I could see them. Let me double check with that real quick, bud, because I know I was looking at it. Let's see. Where is our boy? Costin's an RFA, right? So he's going to get a two-way deal. He's 23. I don't want to give up on a 23-year-old, but to me, it's this is it, right? This is it. You either fish or cut bait. You need to show that you can be up and play that style, right? And when you're talking about guys for next season, right? Bolduc, a center, could come up and take over for Bozak, $894,000, not much more than Bozak was making. Neighbors, he's young. I just think he needs a little bit more seasoning. Tanner Dixon, same thing. These guys are only at $826,000, $835,000. You have these young guys that you can bring up. Witowski, the defenseman, right wing we got. He's somebody. Now I don't know if you've seen this. He just had an injury where he got a piece of a stick in his neck that damn near cut his carotid artery, man. It was something they were able to remove quickly, but it could have been that. I think he's got to have a good camp. He's having a good playoffs. He's got to have a good camp, and if he does, then you'll see him. I think he had a decent start. I don't think he had a great start, but he started showing that issue with taking penalties again. He was getting penalties, but he also started taking them, and he took some bad ones. And that's been my issue with him for a while, is the taking of bad penalties. All right. Well, guys, tomorrow we're 1:30 my time, which would be 6:30 your time. We're going to do a pregame show for the MLS St. Louis City 2 team. Right? I'm going to send something out to St. Louis City 2, let them know about it. See, maybe they'll pick something up. Maybe they'll like it. Maybe they'll let fans know about it. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to be a fun show. I think it's going to be something interesting and neat to do. Let's see how the soccer plays out. Let's see what we're getting now that we have a chance to really go and look at live soccer and see how things are. Let's see it. Let's see what they're bringing to the table. Right? Let's see what they're bringing to the table. And I don't know. Maybe with soccer I can do. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll just stay live and do a reaction show. And go from there. Maybe do a little play-by-play. I'm not great at play-by-play. I don't know all the names and numbers. Got to do some stuff like that. Got to see if I can get a media package from them. right? I'll reach out to him. I don't think I'll get it by tomorrow, but I might be able to get it by the next game, and we'll go from there, guys. But let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can start spreading some St. Louis City soccer love amongst our friends and families, and get it going. Guys, it's been a great 50 minutes. Can't believe I did it all by myself today. Was hoping to have some help, but help doesn't always come. But hey, you know what? I can't wait to talk with Bradley a little bit. Maybe Bradley will be somebody who we can start bringing on the show. I will say this, Bradley, your age concerns me, right? I kind of need to have your parents' permission to have you on the show. The more I think about that, if you're only 16, I really do have to have your parents' permission to have you on the show, right? And I've done it before with somebody, even a little bit older than you. Wendy, are you a soccer fan? I wonder if you're a soccer fan, Wendy. See if you follow. Do you follow the Chicago Fire, or are you gonna get in with the St. Louis City team? He might actually finally like something St. Louis. I don't know. Not really. Well, tomorrow, the St. Louis City 2 is playing the Chicago Fire 2, and I found a way to watch it, and I think I'm going to do a reaction show to it. And if you want to join me tomorrow, it'll be at 7 o'clock, 6:30 your time is when I'll come on. But let me know. I'd bring you on for that. You're a good friend, good buddy. I got to reach out to St. Louis City tomorrow, see what I can do with them. See what can happen. See if we can get a little bit of energy going on for the St. Louis City team, right? And I really enjoyed talking to the coach today. I really did, man. It was a lot of fun, right? Well, guys, I'm going to call it there. Well, let's give it a shot, Wendy. Let's see how the two of us can do. Let's see if we can create a spark or something and make something happen tomorrow. Right? Could be a lot of fun. Right? If you're up for it. Guys, I had a great show. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Wendy, for showing up, but I'm at the end of the show now. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for showing up. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow on the Soccer Fan Report. So...